stretch. Today we're going to give our back some love, our back and our hips. We're going to do passive and active stretching, and it's going to have a lot of yogic moves in it. So we're going to hearken to some of our favorite stuff with a variations in it. I want us to start sitting in butterfly pose. So get your head over your tailbone, put the bottom of the feet together, and lift your whole head toward whole head. No, half your head. Lift toward the ceiling. Put your hands on your ankles to begin. And we're going to do our breathing into a back stretch. So you're going to inhale and exhale, curl back. And inhale up and exhale, curl back. Really open up that back. You don't have to wing the shoulders. Just let yourself open in that back. Inhale up and exhale back. And last time, inhale up and exhale back. Good. So from here, I'd like you to put your hands under your calves, wrap your hands around your fingers toward your shins, and we're going to go to turtle pose, which means we're going to take those feet together, take them out a little bit, create a little bit more of a space. And then we're going to create a forward fold. I want it to be a passive forward fold in this turtle position. So your hands are under your calves, or maybe your ankles. You're wrapping it around and then hinging forward on an exhale. So inhale and exhale. Come on over into this fold. It doesn't matter that you can't go far, and I don't want, at this point, you to really push it. Just let your body drop. This is a gravity. We call it a passive fold. Let gravity take you down. Good. Breathe into it. And again. Nice. Good. Just breathe into it. Now, draw yourself up on an inhale and then lower again on an exhale. Again, it can be passive. You don't have to jerk or pull. Keeping your head on your spine. Your head's coming toward your heels. Yeah. Beautiful. And then bring yourself up. Release your arms from under that, and I'd like you to extend one leg. You're going to take the other leg atop it, on top of your thigh, and we're going to do a seated pigeon. So put your hand behind your hips, slide your foot in, and bring your knee toward your chest right here. Now, for some of us, this may feel really impossible at this time of day, depending on the time of day, or what you've been doing before. So if you need to lie down and do the supine pigeon, you can do that too. But right now, let's just rock this back and forth. The other option is to have the knees side by side and just rocking them back and forth. But what we're really doing is opening that hip, opening the glute, really giving ourselves a lot of movement and action here. Again, I don't want anything to have to be pushed, so you don't have to like push your leg over to the side. Bring it into a place that's comfortable. We're going to loosen up a little bit at a time. Good. Pull that belly button to the spine. Keep yourself lifted. Don't drop your head behind you or in front of you. It stays on that cervical vertebrae. Nice. All right, slide that leg off. Put your legs out into flex. We're going to do one forward fold. Again, you don't have to jerk on this one. We're going to put a little more pressure on our bodies later. Just come on over. You are hinging your whole body down to your flexed feet. Your arms are at your side with your elbow bent. Good. Breathe. Drop your shoulders. Then I want you to feel that punch in the belly as you bring yourself up. And you're going to put your hands behind your hips again and cross the other leg over your thigh. Slide that in and side to side. Yay. We like that. Side to side. Beautiful. Just get ourselves nice and loose. Breathing, always breathing. And again, you can have both feet down and be doing the side to side windshield wiper movement with your legs. All right, bring it back to center, flex it back out. One more forward fold before we lie all the way down to the mat. Drop your shoulders. Now, I know that the impulse when you pull forward is to push your shoulders toward your ears. It's just so natural. So I want you to work on doing the opposite and bringing them down your back. Now, put your hands beside your knees, open those fingertips wide, and then curl yourself up into a cat curl to bring yourself up. We're going down to the mat. We're going down to the mat. Brewster knows we're going down to the mat too. So let's start at the end of our mat, come down vertebrae by vertebrae, opening up our back as we come down, lifting our glutes up, take them down the mat, wiggle our upper body up. Beautiful job. And right now we're going to go right to happy baby. We're going to just do this loosening. Now you have choices. You can hold the outside of your feet. That's what I like. Or you can hold your peace toes. And I just feel a little more open when I do the outside of my feet. And then I want you to rock in this. Just rock side to side, pushing those feet down, pushing those knees toward your shoulders or wherever they come, the waist. Yeah, beautiful. Just side to side. And really get into it, really breathe. Nice. Let's just take it around. Good. Now hug those knees to the chest and breathe. Open up that back. You're going to put both feet down slightly in front of the knees. You're going to come up into a bridge, vertebrae by vertebrae. You're going to extend one leg at the knee position. So the knees are side by side. And then you're going to move that knee toward the other leg. So you have a little bit of a diagonal stretch in your hip right there. So we're stretching right out there, bringing it down, lower, keeping that leg up. And then bridge again and bring it up to a flex straight up. Now they're not parallel anymore. The leg is straight up and it's in a flex. Good, and hold it right there. How high your bridge is really doesn't matter. I really want you to open up through those hips and the lower back. Now, as you come down, you're going to plop that leg over the other leg. Got that? And then drop the knee in the direction of the bottom leg, not the direction of the top leg. So if your bottom leg's the left leg, you're going to the left. If the bottom leg's the right, you're going to the right. You can feel how this just adds on to the stretches we've been doing as we've been moving through this. So holding that stretch, breathe into it, trying to keep both shoulder blades on the ground to get a nice long stretch right here. Yeah, we can dig it. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale back to center. Release the foot to the floor. Come back up into the bridge. We're going to hold this momentarily. Then take the leg out, move it toward the inside knee just to get a diagonal stretch right here. At this point, the foot is pointed. And then when we go to the next part, it's flexed. All right, curl yourself back down and then back to a bridge with that flexed foot. Take it up there, flex that foot, all that extension. We shouldn't need to push into the floor here, so don't create tension in your shoulders where you don't need to create tension. Nice. Now bring it down, crossing that leg over the other. And remember, we move in the direction of the bottom leg. So wherever that leg is, if it's your right, you go to the right. If it's your left, you go to the left, keeping our shoulders and shoulder blades planted into the mat. Beautiful. Nice. I like these stretches so much, I don't ever want to come out of them. So, all right, so let's take it back to center. Put those legs side by side, widen them, put the knees together and the feet apart. So we're going to get a little bit of a counter stretch right here. Trying to get him stop from agonizing his wounds. All right, so legs toward your chest, hands underneath the thighs. You're going to lift your legs up a little bit. You're trying to bring yourself up to a standing position. All right, roll yourself up. Right, well, here we are at the end of our mat. What happens at the end of our mat? We go down into a downward facing dog. But let's open our legs first, hip width apart. And mountain pose means our hands are shining forward, our head's over our tailbone, our shoulder blades are down. We're really feeling the lift through our body, not a grab. And then you're going to inhale back. And exhale into your fold right here. We're not going through the whole flow. We're just working our way to downward facing dog. I have to walk toward a dog here. Walk our hands out and just stay right there for that nice long stretch. Now, someone's pulling you up by the waist. Your glutes are going all the way up, right? You're feeling that lift. I'll take my socks off so I can get grip. Now, what I hope we have are wider arms and narrower legs. So your hands are shoulder width apart, but your legs are hip width apart. That helps us with our movement into our lunge, right? All right, take one leg back. I'm going to do the right leg. Open it out to the big wide hip. We really like to take that knee to the ceiling, lifting that knee as high as we can to get that hip. We don't let the elbows bend. We kind of keep that open. And then put those hands, that leg between those hands, lower your knee and lift both arms up into a nice low lunge right here and hold that lunge. Oh, it feels so good. I just want you to feel the breath inside of this. Now, let's put our hands right on our hearts together. Then you're going to take a big inhale and exhale and rotate that elbow across to the outside of that knee. So you get that nice open chest turn. Beautiful. Breathe into it. This, you can only go as far as you can go, right? So if you don't make it across the knee, that's okay. The other thing you can do if you want to create a bigger twist is grab a hold of your leg and just use your top arm to rotate and lift up, right? We want to get this where we need it. Okay, now put your hands back to the center, right here. And then you're going to drop onto your heel for split and curl yourself up and hold that split with that flexed foot, the lifted body, the head over the tailbone, shoulder blades down, eyes straight ahead. Nice. Now we are going to descend inside of the leg into the center. So the arms are going to straddle the legs at this point. All right, feel that stretch. Now, as you bring it up, bring your arms out to a T and then turn away from the extended leg for a side twist to the other side. Lift yourself up. Again, this is a big lifty thing. Nice. Bring it back to center. Put your hands back down. I want you to scoot the back leg toward the ankle. So you're dropping down into a cross leg right here. Wrap your arms around your legs, both of them, and move that leg toward your chest. So you're feeling the lift of the glute as it separates. Good. Drop the shoulder blades. Look straight ahead. Good. Breathe into it. Nice. Now we're going to take those legs together to the side, and that'll allow us to get back into our downward facing dog. So toes into the floor. Bring yourself up. I've got the opposite leg to the front now. Again, check. Arms shoulder width apart, legs hip width apart. Somebody's pulling you through your waist. You're getting as high and separated as possible. This is thrilling. You say, oh my God, this is thrilling. I like to be high and separated. All right, take the leg back and open it out to the side so you get that nice big open hip stretch. Both arms stay even on the floor. You're breathing into it. Good. And then you're going to take that hand the leg between the hand, I put that on the other side too, and swing yourself up into your low lunge. And breathe into it. You feel that stretch in the front of your hip. It doesn't have to be a dramatic stretch here, and we don't want to push into our knee at all. So the stretch is the knee being further back than whatever. And then bring your hands to your chest. and rotate over to that open twist. Beautiful. Always keep your head on your spine, honoring the direction of the exercise. Beautiful. You got it. And bring it back to center. We're going to come back into the flex. Lift your head over your tailbone and take the T out to the other side. You're opening to the other side. So you feel a rotation in the standing hip as well as the extended glute. Bring your hands down. You're going to bring that chest down in the center of your body, inside that thigh, straddling those legs with your arms. Feeling the stretch. We got the flex. The flex is helping the hamstring connect to the glute and the hip and creating some opening here. Let's scoot that knee in, coming into our seated position. We're grabbing the knee and we're bringing it all the way in. Nice. What do you think, Brewster? Do you think it's nice? He said, I have perfect hips. Actually, your hips are kind of wonky. He was walking down it. We went hiking yesterday and he was walking down a gravel hill and he hit some of the rocks funny and he slid like he was on a sled. He was not appreciative of that moment. Lift, 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 lift. Nice. Hold it right there. Breathe. Nice. Let's put those legs out in front of us and we're going back down to the mat. Curling ourselves down, opening our legs and lifting to a bridge again. A nice reach up with your hips. You want to feel extension right through the front, right? Now, if you can, put your hands underneath and interweave the fingers and then push that fist that you create with those interwoven fingers toward your heels. So that gets our upper body into its first or second real big or real move right here. All right. Now release those hands, put those feet, or bring that vertebrae down, and we're going to go into our fish. So elbows at the side. And then we're going to push into those elbows, taking our head back and opening our chest to the ceiling, opening our throat, our thyroid, our windpipe, the whole respiratory system, the heart system. The pecs, fingertips are facing the ceiling toward the top. Nice. If you could take those arms off, bring them up to a stretch right above the waist. Good. Bring them back down, push into the floor, release the head. Stack your hands behind your head, do the counter stretch, which is a curl up of the upper body. So you've arched it, now you're going to curl it to plant it down in the other direction. Nice. And release it down. Put your hands at your side and you're taking yourself into tabletop. All right. So make sure your hands are under your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips. You want to create a nice square there, right? Your eyes are looking down, not under. So they're like right above your fingertips. You're going to inhale, bottom and chin up. And hold that. Hold the inhale too. I want you to really feel the constriction here. And then exhale, roll up like a cat. And we're going to hold that too. Make sure your shoulders go down and not up. Down the back, not up to your ears. Inhale, bottom and chin up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. Really suck that in. Nice. Inhale, bottom and chin up. Exhale, curl up like a cat. And bring it back to neutral. Put your toes together and your knees apart. Walk one arm forward and just come back into child pose, just with one arm forward. Now lift up, keeping that arm forward, take it toward the corner of your mat, the corner of the same side. So put your right arm to your right corner and come back. And inhale, exhale yourself up, and you're going to take it all the way to the opposite side. So your shoulders stretching across. If that's too much, don't go so far. And stretch back. Nice. Bring yourself up, make those hands parallel again. Reach the other arm straight out, and then sit back. You're probably not going to get your glutes all the way down on your calves. That's not our focus here, and that's okay. Inhale up, take it to the outside corner, and bring it back. Nice. Inhale up, take it to the other side, and again, only as far as your shoulder can take it. And then inhale up, put those hands side by side, come back into your tabletop, straighten your legs out, hip width apart again, and then take them up into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. I want us to narrow those legs. They're not hip width apart anymore. We're going to push them in. We're going to do we're going to do a flow. So we're right here, holding it. Now, one of the things I want you to do is bend both knees as close to the mat as you can take it. Feel the stretch of those calves. And then push those heels down and lift up those glutes and reach. And we're going to give that one more extension. Push it down. Really reach toward the floor. We're flexing through those muscles and then reach glutes all the way up. Come to plank. Lower to chaturanga, into upward dog or cobra, and come back into downward facing dog. And hold it right there. Nice. Nice deep breath. Okay, we're going to take, you can pick whatever leg you start with. One leg in, the other leg back, and we're up on the higher lunge, bringing our arms right to the fronts of our ears. Beautiful. Now you're going to open up into your second warrior, right here. Warrior two. Now I have to adjust to get parallel. You might have to adjust too. So look at the front heel should be pointing toward the instep of the back foot. So you might need to readjust. So we're going to lower. We're not pushing into the front knee. We're lowering, right? Shoulder blades are down, arms are out. Hold it there, head over tailbone. So coming down as far as you can go and reaching our arm above our shoulder. Let's not let it go forward. Let's try to keep everything parallel. Looking up if it's comfortable for you, right? Reach back and out. And then inhale up and over to the other side and into that half mode right here. Keeping yourself, again, we are trying to stay as open as possible, right? I'm bended my front knee. Let me put that back there. Good. And reach, bring it back to center, and you point both legs forward, and we're going to fold, wide-legged fold, taking our hands to the mat for a wide tabletop, right here. Hold that stretch, and then take your chest, let your elbows bend in between your legs if you can, And feel that extension. Now walk your hands over to the opposite foot, and we're going to bring ourselves into downward facing dog on that side. So now I'm in front with the other leg. So you're reaching toward the ceiling with your glute. You are going to drop your knees as far down as they can go, and then push those heels to the floor. Nice. And stretch back. All right, let's go to a half a flow. So plank, chaturanga, lower down, upward dog, and then back to downward facing dog. Lift the other leg, put it between the hands, and come up into high lunge. Here we go. You should have your arms in front of your ears, nice and long, and your knees bent if you can, and your other knee over your ankle, pushed forward. Okay, open into your warrior two, right here, long leg on one side, bent leg on the other. We're going to breathe into it, make sure your head's over your tailbone, and then come on down to our first bend. Oops, my knee just wanted to go out on that one, so I'm going to straighten it. Over here, I'm not going to go very far on this one. Breathe into it, looking up to the arm. Sorry. Ooh, and then bring it up and over to the other side. Find that position. Beautiful. Come back to center. Move those feet to parallel. Come on down to wide leg tabletop. And you're going to heel toe in. So you're bringing your feet into sit bone width apart. Soften your knees and bring it all the way up. We're going to start here with a progressive tree. So you're going to start with your legs parallel. You're going to take one leg out and hold it here on the ankle. So you're just pointing down toward your ankle. Your arms are out to the side. Nice. Then you're bringing it right below your knee, finding your lift and finding your power right here through the core. And then if you want to use your arm to help, your hand to help, try to bring it up above that knee. If you can't, no worries. We're going for the opening, wherever that opening is for you, and hold it right there. Not on the knee, okay? Not on the knee. Obviously, I need to bring this up some more. All right, and hold it right there, wherever your position is. Woo! Wherever your position is. I don't know where the heck mine is today. I usually stand around like this casually, so, and hold it right there. Yeah. Put your head over your tailbone. Don't pitch forward if you're losing your balance. Good. Can you bring your arms in to heart right here? All right, hold it right there. Okay, I don't know what it is. Forgive me, people. And hold it right there. All right. All right, putting that leg down, we're going to turn toward it. Let's see if I can do this for warrior three. So we're going to lift. You can put your arm in front or out to the side. You can lift your leg all the way up or part way down. Good, and hold it. Looking down, don't push your head against your neck. And then bring yourself back up, and we're back to parallel in the center. Take the other leg out. It's toe down from the ankle first, and then right below the knee. Good, get your head over your tailbone. And then let's go up to our full tree if we can. Let's see, on the side today. Right, and hold it right there. Let's try to be as parallel as possible. Can you bring your hands to heart? If you can't, just keep them out there. Good. Breathe into it. And then put that foot down. We're going to turn toward it. If you can do warrior three, we're going to sweep up and reach behind us. You can leave your toe on the floor. You can have it halfway. You can have it all the way. And hold it right there. Breathe into it. Don't push your head against your neck. And then bring that back down. Let's go back to this position here in the front, and we're going to cross one leg over the other and sit if you can. It's not a pigeon, it's a crossover. So it's like you're sitting on a couch. So sit down. Maybe I shouldn't have done any balance work today. And sit into it. Good. Eyes are head on the floor. And then bring yourself up. Other side, cross it over, and then sit into it. Good. As far as you can go. And then bring yourself up. Let's open our legs, put our hands out to the side. We're going to eagle with those palms against one another. So cross over in front. Feeling the stretch through the shoulders. If this doesn't work for you, just put your arms together at heart. Then switch the other way and cross over in front. And open up and bring the hands behind you. Now you can grip and lift, or you can put your hands on your thighs and lift. Very much like fish without the head going back. We're opening the chest. Good. Breathe into it. And then the back of the hands together to do the counter stretch. Nice. Hands on your hips. Take one knee to the floor and then the other. If this is not comfortable for you, then just have a seat. Okay. And then sit right here. We're going to lower our glutes down. Take one foot in and the other leg out. You're going to do an opening to the side of the bent leg. Nice. And then you're going to bring the hands together beside the hip and just bend over into a fold. You're not walking out. It's not a child pose. You're just bending over into a fold. You're up. You're out across the hip, not the knee. So you're back a little. Good. When you lift up, you're going to a side bend behind the extended leg. Then you're coming up, putting your hand behind you, the other hand on your thigh, and you're taking it into a spinal twist if you can. Big inhale and exhale, rotate. Big lift up, big inhale and exhale, rotate. Big inhale and exhale, rotate. Great. Breathing, breathing, breathing. And then bring it back to center, and then we bring it down over the other leg. I know we do this a lot. This is really, what it does is connect a lot of the parts together, which is why I like it, especially toward the end of the workout, because we got everything pretty warm by then, so it's more possible toward the end. Roll yourself up. We're going to do this on the other side. So straddle leg, half leg, take it out to the side. Beautiful. Lift, lift, lift. Breathe into it. And then put your hands by your hips for a little forward fold. Just a little reach. This is more passive than aggressive. Then we're coming up over to that side bend. Nice. Lift out of your glutes. Don't let yourself fall back. And then over into the spinal twist. Hand behind first, other hand on the thigh. Rotate, and then rotate, and rotate, and lift up. Breathe into it. And then inhale to prepare, and exhale, bring it back to center. So we're going full circle. I'm taking you back to turtle. So the legs are out to that open angle, putting your hands back under your thighs. Let's see where our fold is now from where it was a half an hour ago. Different, right? Breathe into it. And again, you don't have to be aggressive, but I am betting that even the passive fold has a little bit more flexibility. Curl yourself up, bring it back to seated butterfly and hold on to that. Those ankles, pull yourself up, lift, 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 lift. And then let's take another fold forward. Feel those inner thighs really get a lot of opening, a lot of love. Curl yourself up. We're going back down to the mat to finish off. Curl yourself down. Open up your body. One knee in, the other leg out to flex. You really want to get everything at a nice length before we carry on with whatever's next for our day. Take your hand over to that thigh and take it across. Keeping the arm reaching out, looking toward the reaching out arm. Let everything open. We're not jerking. We're not doing too much force. We want our bodies to open because they're warm and they feel more flexible and they love you. Bring it back to center. Slide that leg out. Bring the other one in. It opens up your back. It's so fun. And then take it across, reaching that arm out and looking toward that arm. As you reach, you might find some still little tight spaces as you go forward, because what can you do in 30 minutes, right? And bring it back to center, slide that arm out, put your palms up, take your feet into a deep flex, pushing the backs of your knees downward. Don't hyperextend, but push them downward, and then let those feet fall open into a little chaturanga. I'm going to give you that for a minute. I know it's a relaxing thing, but we're going to close our eyes and feel everything going on in our bodies. You're more than halfway there. Just enjoy it. Take up space. Relax your feet. They're not doing anything in particular. Relax your arms, your body. Take your feet back to the ceiling. Slide one leg in. Slide the other leg in. Bring both knees up. Put your hands underneath the knees. Squeeze it toward you. Squeeze it toward you. Squeeze it toward you. And then let yourself rock up into seated position. Your lift. Put your hands behind you. I want you to rock back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's breathe it up 3 times. Take it up and down. 2 more up and down. And last time, let's bring those hands down. Thank you for coming to this stretch. I tried to open your back and hips and use some yogic stuff, some balance where I wasn't so great, but I hope you enjoyed it.